What do you do YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. I want to talk to you guys today about the Flash titled Invasion. This is part two of the Aliens versus Heroes crossover. We had Arrow, Team Arrow, Flash, Legends. It was fucking beautiful, man. I tell you, it was beautiful. And today we got a little cameo from Wally West, aka the Kid Flash, for like a little bit. Helping out Barry and Ollie as they take on Supergirl, Firestorm, Speedy, and the Spartan under mind control from the Dominators. Now they came into contact with them because the president was taken. Which was said by Spartan, but it was too late. They already got under mind control, and when they're coming back, they decide, let's take Team Arrow basically. So they take them, and Legend, and now we have to get them back. Now we have to wait until tomorrow for an episode of Arrow to see what happens to them. We got a little bit of sneak preview of that. We see them in their alternate realities. I believe all I've ever seen is father. Him, Slade Wilson making a return. And then we also see, him fighting against his, I guess you could say, evil self, And that was pretty cool. And then also, we get to see Barry still bearing that pain and regret of changing everyone's life. Even you hear him in the hangar telling everyone else after Jaxon and Stein find 40 years from now Barry in the future, telling everyone else not to trust the current Barry because he messed up the timeline. So obviously he knew this was gonna happen, unfortunately. And you see him in the time vault looking at the newspaper article that says Flash vanishes in the mid of crisis. And you see your Ollie right behind him saying, Barry, you have to stop beating yourself up, man. Do you know how many people would actually love to be in your shoes to go back to stop something from happening in their life? They do it. You don't think anyone else would do it? I would, because when I was a kid, I was on a canoe trip with my father and one of his associates, and they only had food, only for like maybe one person. My father shoots his associate, then tells me to survive, and shoots himself so I can survive. And then my mother gets killed by Slade Wilson. Do you know how many? I was bounded, I was helpless, and I was powerless, and I could not stop it. And so I would exactly do the same thing you would. So stop beating yourself up. And then we also learned that Team Flash does not want Wally West using his powers, which is bullshit. So he insisted that HR train him. HR was like, nah. And then towards the end, he said, you know what? No one sees your potential like I do. So you know what? I'm going to train you. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Oh, I know, because that's the same thing Eobard Fawn said to Barry, Evil Wells, for those that don't really know. So maybe is HR going to be Evil Wells? I don't know. Maybe. I hope not, but maybe. We need an enemy besides Savitar. So, who knows? And really, we even still see that Barry, the tension, even Felicity, sees the tension between Barry and Cisco, and she says, and Cisco's like, well, I know Barry's this great person, but this is when they were trying to assign. This was a little bit after they assigned the team captain as Barry. Cisco voted against him, saying I vote Oliver because I trust him. It was a little dig at Barry saying, you fucked up my life and you ran back in time. You diminished Diggle's. This isn't what he said, but this is what I'm gonna say. You took away Diggle's daughter. You had my brother killed basically by you running back in time, which caused this car accident, and you changed all this other shit just to save your own ass, just to save your own mother. So it's you blame. So I'm really curious to see how their friendship pans out, or even if it even exists after tonight. I look forward to it. So this is your boy Chase. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and all that other jazz, man. Be on the lookout for my Arrow review tomorrow. I love y'all, man. One love.